wrote this, and I think this applies to so many women. So I'm just going to read these few lines to you. I'm not going to read everything that I wrote. It says, I cocooned again. Sometimes you have to cocoon, and you don't need to explain or apologize. If you don't cocoon, you might die a caterpillar. We think about caterpillars becoming butterflies, and we often use that analogy to describe someone who is or has gone through a process of change where they come out more beautiful in the end, and they're able to do things that they weren't able to do before in their previous state. And that's a beautiful thing, to have those types of transformative experiences. And I try to have those experiences daily on some level. Not imagine, because this happens. Every caterpillar that is hatched from that little egg does not become a butterfly. Some caterpillars die in their caterpillar state. And I believe that that's what happens to so many women. They crawl around in that caterpillar state, and they don't allow themselves to get into a cocoon so that they can come back out as something fresh and something new and something beautiful. When you give yourself the time and the space that you need to develop, to lock away, to nurture yourself, that's when the growth happens. But if you're constantly going, you're not growing. If you're constantly attending to the other person's needs, the other person's wants, and that those persons can be people in your family, people in your friend group, people on your job, and those things are necessary in your life. But are you showing up in your caterpillar state, or are you showing up in your butterfly state? Because the butterfly can cover a lot more ground, because she has given herself time to let her wings grow. She has given herself that time to spend in that cocoon. So if you tell the caterpillar version of you, go from here to there, it's going to take the caterpillar version of you 100 times longer than it's going to take the butterfly version of you. But in order to get to the butterfly version of you, you're going to have to take that time to cocoon. And that's where a lot of us are uncomfortable, because inside the cocoon, you are no longer relevant, it can seem, right? Because you're not doing, you're not busy, you're not distracting yourself from your own thoughts by attending to every single little thing. You're not distracting yourself from your own feelings, your own pain, your own disappointment, your own character flaws that you need to work out, because you're so busy doing all the things. That's what we do sometimes. And it's not that doing all those things and being there for people and showing up well in the lives of the people that we touch is not important. It is important. But if you don't allow yourself to go through the transition that you need to go through to show up well or show up better, what happens is they start to get a broken down version of you. Because you'll reach a point where you just can't give anymore. There is nothing left. And so you're giving from this empty place. And the funny thing is that even though you're empty, you're giving, And everyone else is taking and they feel like it's okay because they're empty too. So filling yourself up to the point of overflow, this is so important because there are times when we are meant to sacrifice. There are absolutely times when we are meant to sacrifice. And we might be left with a little bit less, but that's not meant to be your lifestyle. If every single, if every single day you're giving from this place of less than, from this place of not enough, from this place of I have no choice. You're pulling from within yourself, pulling from within yourself, pulling from within yourself, but you're never putting back. That is a breeding ground for resentment. Resentment is not the thing that you want to grow in your life. Regret is not the thing that you want to grow in your life. Take time. And you may not be like me, where you get up early or get up in the middle of the night and take that time and work through feelings and work through emotions. Some of you can get through this in one session, in one sitting. Some of you need a few months. Some of you need a few years. That's okay. The great thing about this type of cocoon is that it is a spiritual and a mental and emotional cocoon. You can still function in your life. Maybe not in the same way, but you can still function in your life and give yourself time and space to grow and to heal and to nurture the woman inside of you. I remember a time in my life where I was always there for everyone, never there for myself. And I didn't see it until it was too late. So I'm saying this to you to tell you, do not be like me and wait until it's too late and wait until you have neglected your state of mind, neglected loving yourself for the sake of loving everyone else. And this is something we celebrate for mothers and for women. You hear people say at their funerals, oh, she sacrificed so much for me. And it's a beautiful thing, a mother's love and a mother's sacrifice for her child. But love yourself too. And love yourself first, because when you love yourself first, you can love everybody else even better. And on top of all this, and better than all this, let God love you. Let God love on you. And you will see everything change. I hope this helps. Blessings on your journey.